Hey, welcome to Joseph's Reserves. This is Joseph, and I happen to recently have picked up a 2013 American Silver Eagle, which completes my date run that I've been working on for a while. I'm celebrating this by getting a album to put them in. This just has each year, so it doesn't go through the proofs. However, once I start collecting more of the proofs, I'll likely get a book that includes all of those as well. Since there's really not much to go over on each individual coin, I am just going to talk a little bit about the design and how it compares to some designs we've seen on other coins from the US Mint. First off, let's talk real quick about the Type 1 and Type 2 reverses of the American Silver Eagle. In 2021, they switched from the Heraldic Eagle to this Flying Eagle reverse. This is the 2021 example. Unfortunately, I don't have the 2021 Type 1, so I just have the 2020 here to show as an example. They started this design in 1986. That's when they started making the American Silver Eagles, 1986. So that's when the United States Mint started using silver again. Just before this, they started making commemorative dollars. I do have a commemorative dollar from the year 1986, as well as one from 1984. They even made a commemorative silver half dollar in 1982. These are 90% silver, while the American Silver Eagles are 3/9 fine. You can see down at the bottom it says fine silver $1. So technically these are the newest version of the silver dollar. Alright, let's take a look at the design of these coins. So here I pulled out a 2018 American Silver Eagle. I like to compare coins to what was circulated 100 years prior, so I pulled out this 1918 Walking Liberty half dollar. The Walking Liberty half dollar circulated from 1916 to 1947. They used that design for the obverse of the American Silver Eagle. Then, 50 years prior to this, they had an example using the Heraldic Eagle. So as you can see, there are similarities. This one, this 1968, is a 40% silver. These Kennedy half dollars still circulate today. They're still making, in 2025, the Kennedy half dollars, however, just in clad with no silver. They did make one in 64 that was 90% silver, and everything before that was 90% silver. So you can see the similarities of this Heraldic Eagle, and they have used the Heraldic Eagle many times in the past, which is why I have these two coins, which are 100 years older than this 1998. We have 1888 half dollar with a Heraldic Eagle and an 1898 quarter with a Heraldic Eagle. This quarter is in better condition, so you can see better detail in what the design kind of looked like over 100 years ago. At this point, this is almost 130 years ago we were using this Heraldic Eagle. And actually, if you look back all the way to some of the original coinage 100 years before this one, we used the Heraldic Eagle as well. So as you can see here, the Walking Liberty design for the obverse and the Heraldic Eagle for the reverse. Like I said, in 2020, they switched over to this, in 2021, they switched over to this Soaring Eagle or Flying Eagle. I can't quite remember what they're calling it, but this Eagle design. And actually, 50 years before this one, we had the Eisenhower dollars, and this is actually the closest eagle to what is now currently on the American Silver Eagles. So here we have all of the designs. The Walking Liberty design in our previous coinage, the heraldic eagle in our previous coinage, and even the new eagle, soaring eagle, I believe is what it is, with some similar, with a similar eagle to what we've used in the past. All right, let's go ahead and get all these into the book so we can take a look at what they look like in our album. All right, let's take a quick look at these coins in the book. I did pull out my red book to find out which one had the lowest mintage. So it looks like it was 1994 with only 4.2 million made. So that one here, this 1994 would be the key date of the series. That's pretty interesting. Other things I learned was that in 2008, they had a small design change on the reverse. I learned that because there is a 2008 W, the reverse of 2007. Down here in the remarks, it says that they added a small serif on the U of United States. So let's see if we can take a look at that and clarify that in case that's something you have and are looking for. So here in the U in the United States, you can see that it is just the U shape, where here it's almost like if you were writing it, you would make the U shape and then come back down to make that line next to the U. You make that line next to the U there, and then on this one, there is not that serif coming down from the U. This is the 2007, and this is 2008. So in some burnished 2008 with a W on it, you would have no serif, and that would be the reverse of 2007. So here we have a look at the last page. As you can see, we're still missing the 2021. This book only covers the type 1 reverses, so I didn't want to put the type 2 reverse there. I also didn't want to purchase a whole nother book just to put 4 or 5 coins in the book. So maybe in a few years, I'll end up getting the next book, or potentially just adding in a new page for now. All right, so if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch my silver updates and my potential upgrades to this book, make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you can see my silver updates every 2 weeks. I also put out videos of coin roll hunts to fill other books. So if that's the type of content you want to see, make sure you subscribe. And if there's anyone you know that might like this type of content, make sure you share my videos. But most of all, thank you for watching.